Hi, welcome to Behind the Bling. Today we are chatting with Parag Agrawal, who is the founder of Fiona Diamonds. Fiona Diamonds is the largest lab-grown jewelry retail brand in India. Hi Parag, how are you?
Very good, Lonika. Thanks
Good.
for having me here.
It's a pleasure having you on the show, Parag. Now let's directly dive into the questions. So Fiona Diamond has become a very well-known jewelry brand in the lab-grown space.
Is it?
So it is, yeah, it is.
इतने customers तो नहीं आ रहे यार.
Okay. So what inspired you to venture into this segment?
I think चुनौतियों का शौक था.
Mm.
So so honestly, yeah, being a rebel at heart, and things were introduced to me pretty much earlier in life. So I think that was one of the reasons. वो ऐसे टाइम पे इतनी exciting चीज आप में लगी. Imagine 2008 when I was first introduced to them. So something in you knows that it's going to disrupt. But the funny question that comes up is, जब मैं उस टाइम पे लोगों को बोलता था ये चीज़ है and something is there, while I was telling you, right, मैं सच बोलता हूँ लोगों को funny लगता है. So it is one of those things. So people used to be like, अच्छा, और आपके पास ही आप ही हीरो बन रहे हो और इतने बड़े डायमंड वालों को पता ही नहीं है. But it was the truth. It just happened that I met those scientists at those times, and क्योंकि कुछ काम
2008 is like way back.
Exactly. So सिर्फ है ना theory पर concept पे था कि ऐसे reactors बन के theoretically it's possible because the biggest lie is diamonds don't take millions of years to form.
Right.
They can be grown if conducive conditions are introduced in a reactor, which is what it could be workable on theory.
Right.
So that just blew my mind.
Right.
तो फिर बस started pursuing it and knew कि ये इस right way में consumer तक पहुँचेगा. So the thing is, because I was not from the industry, I was seeing both the perspectives, consumer and the way our diamond market works. You know so well, you have been around with 20 years now with diamond, the best in the fraternity, Lakshmi Diamonds, and handle marketing, branding, understanding the consumer side of it, और mindsets of people जो धंधे trade वाले हैं, और retailers का mindset and brands का mindset. I really know you have that great articulation. तो सोचो मेरी वो journey हो रही थी when I could see this product which can be positioned and then I found out the truth about diamonds कि वो भी एक ultimately marketing marvel है जिस हिसाब से aspiration built हुई है. It's beautiful. I'm not against diamonds at all. हमारी रोजी रोटी है, right? रोजी तो नहीं है. रोटी है. So yeah. That's why it was very challenging and I saw an opportunity, of course, and found a purpose कि ये तो सबको बताने वाली बात है.
Right.
And the industry will change, but it just took a long time, I would say. 15 years, and right, we are here when lab-grown diamonds are becoming mainstream.
Yeah.
And everyone is adapting to it with so many reasons.
Right. But thanks to people like you who have been pioneers probably, in the retail space in lab-grown, because it was a very, very, very brave step. I must say.
So now when I look at that, I'm like, oh, it sounds brave. Trust me, it was stupid, man.
I know.
It was stupid. Now when I wouldn't let anyone do it because जब मुझे लोग बोलते थे भाई कहीं आप मुझे पता है कि लोग यही बोलते थे कहीं दलाली कर लो भाई कहीं ब्रोकरेज कर लो आप ये क्यों कर रहे हो मॉइजनाइट खरीद रहे हो आप इतने लाखों
Right. Anyway, so what's the story behind the brand name Fiona Diamonds?
So it was me and Saurabh, my co-founder and brother. You know Saurabh.
Yes.
And so we were sitting and watching Shrek. And we were, of course, and thinking about what name should be kept. And we were.
I actually thought this, पता है मुझे actually लगा कि have you named it after Shrek?
So the idea came in from there when okay, so
Fiona
fundamentally
transformed and.
Not transforms like that. So we had certain thought processes कि brand name क्या रखना है. Obviously Lala Jewellers या Parag Jewellers तो नहीं रखना था. It had to sound good.
Right.
The most important part, it has to be easy. People try to keep difficult names. Wrong spelling वाले मुझे जरा भी पसंद नहीं है. जो C का K करो French name. Why Viola, Oyo,
Right.
You have to be सबको पता होना चाहिए. People they should be connecting to it.
Right.
That's
and
how
a good
the thought
recall
process.
value.
Recall value and people आप क्योंकि सबसे बड़ा struggle क्या होता है पता है जब when you start आपको कितने साल हुए बिजनेस में years in business people ask और वहाँ से ट्रस्ट आता है. तो फिर आपको ट्रस्ट बताने के लिए एक familiar name अगर आपका होगा it will help you. So we thought of Stella, but Indian connect नहीं हो रहा था, and it was taken. And then Fiona जब नाम आया, I was like 100% taken होगा यार.
Yeah.
But we tried and it was
You
available.
got the
we got
trademark.
it. Yeah.
That's amazing. Amazing. So, what has been the most rewarding part of your journey while building the brand and while doing all of this that you've done? Because you have actually been a true leader in that sense to disrupt the market and actually.
I don't know about the leader part.
No, but you've disrupted the market.
I
in
can
a
tell you
sense
about
that-
the rewarding part, and that's very exciting. Actually, only if you're rewarded, only then you get the motivation to keep going
yeah.
on. So I think the biggest rewarding part was the consumer satisfaction. जो लोग convince हो जाते थे उस time पे भी, I'm talking from Moissanite stories and in the और knowledge ये था कि lab grown future में कभी तो आने ही वाला है right price में.
Right.
It was way too expensive that time when the technology आई थी 2008-10 में,
Right.
just 30% cheaper. So we were still Moissanite jewelry selling brand. But the idea was it's much cheaper than diamonds and it saves value. And our belief was कि don't buy jewelry under the pretext of investment.
Right.
मेरा यहीं से conversation शुरू होता था किसी के भी साथ.
Right.
क्योंकि what do you buy jewelry for? Is it adornment or investment? Yes, you are stating investment as a reason, but is it the real reason? It is the part you use to convince your husband. Don't tell me that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
कि आपकी investment है, but all men agreed finally that this is the reason, and that's how the rewarding part started because who believed in me at that time.
Right.
I told them आप gold लो, and instead buy this jewelry to finish whatever task you have or occasion you have.
Right.
And the value of gold we all know it went 10x, and that's how they blessed me,
Yeah.
and the rewards were the blessings, I would say.
That's amazing. So, if you could go back to your journey, so you could go back to starting your brand all over again, what do you think you would have done differently?
Oh, that's a tough one. So why it's a tough one, why? Because there are certain things I should have done differently, like not open couple of stores that I did open and I had to shut. But now when I look back and think about it, those are the most expensive mistakes we made. But अगर वो नहीं करते ना तो अब क्या नहीं करना है उन्हें
नहीं
पता
पता
चलता.
चलता. Right. So, you obviously know
And I
what
see other
not
brands
to-
doing those mistakes.
Right.
And ये सब mistakes ना आपको पता चलती है 2-3 साल बाद. जब कर रहे होते तब तो नहीं पता चलती ना.
Right.
And the time you lose behind it. Trust me, money is the cheapest.
I know, I can
It's the
imagine.
time.
I can imagine that. So, since lab grown diamonds are often touted as sustainable, ethical, as a brand, as Fiona, how do you ensure that those practices are even followed within your brand culture?
Okay, so culture I can tell you. And this is the biggest satisfaction amongst doing business that when the world was of course busy with mixing lab grown diamonds, selling it in the name
Right,
of
right.
natural, we took a step and it was really, trust me, imagine how easy it would be for me to sell it in the name of natural
Very easy.
rather than selling it for a
And
cheaper
people have
price.
people have done it.
And for cheaper price and spending on marketing.
Yeah.
So
People have done that.
yeah, मतलब मेहनत भी करो, पीछे ही पड़ो, ये क्यों लेना चाहिए भी बताओ.
Right.
So with that, I think we got the ethics, and that just imbibed in the entire team.
Right.
Because I think you then certainly
Transparency is something that you
and
always.
वो ना पूरा how it goes down in the culture, जैसा boss जैसा सेट होता है वैसे ही सब
Right,
नीचे
it
होते
flows
जाता है ना.
from
It's
the
always
top,
shows from the
always.
top, you know that, right?
Absolutely.
तो वो culture कोई भी कंपनी का भी हमें पेमेंट है उसका पता होता है, उसके अकाउंटेंट को भी पता होता है इसको
Right,
कैसे
right,
क्या करना है. तो उस हिसाब से ना that is what I think our ethics and what we value as being sustainable. This is a sustainable business policy, I would say.
Yeah. So tell me, what is the biggest misconception that the consumer has about lab grown diamonds?
अभी ये misconceptions ना, they are varying from various places, right? From because
Like a
people are
lot of
influenced.
jewelers who are also
Exactly.
into natural diamond business
Exactly.
are pretty much telling consumers कि ये नकली है, ये fake
इसलिए मैंने
है.
एक ही वर्ड बोला ना, वो
ये ऐसा
influence,
है.
वो किसका influence है. अभी it's like it's for their own good. They have the inventory of hundreds of crores,
Right.
and it's one thing they say. It's ultimately diamond is the sell of aspiration.
Right.
अगर आपसे एस्पिरेशन ही खत्म करवा दी किसी ने, अगर रिटेलर ये बोल रहा है कि अरे भाभी अपने काम थोड़ी ना है, ये छोड़ो आपको नहीं पहनने, नकली है, खत्म. So अभी नकली is an argument, right? If anything which is not natural is नकली for you, be it.
Right.
But my point is, हम असली नकली की लड़ाई ही क्यों लड़ रहे हैं?
Right.
Are we not talking about brilliance of a stone?
Yeah.
Are we not talking about that staying forever the way it is?
Absolutely.
And then we talk about the investment value, buyback and all. That comes to the brand offering.
Right.
You figure out which brand will serve you better.
Right.
But let's first talk about the
Value
capabilities,
proposition,
the
yeah.
value proposition of lab grown. तो आप physics, chemistry की बात कर लो पहले, optical और जो भी properties हैं,
It's the
they're all
same.
the same.
It's not like a fake and a real LV. It's actually an LV versus an LV, right?
So this is what in one of the speakers event we were talking about it, that we are not exactly this, that it's not fake LV is a wrong material.
It's a rip-off.
It's
a
a
wrong
rip-off.
copy.
Wrong
But
the
quality
material is not the same. Right?
Material quality, everything is
That's
different.
impersonification, but this is something which is a creation.
Identical. It's apples
It's
to
a
apples.
yeah, apples to apples is the same quality. And what you make out of it is the jewelry part. You will use bigger stones, better quality
Right.
stones, which you otherwise have
Right.
to compromise when you go for natural diamond. But
It is just dated. I think
Yes.
one is just dated to maybe 1,000 years back and one is dated to
it is
maybe
dated. Exactly.
10 days back.
तो क्या फर्क पड़ता है? Imagine.
Right.
New is better, right?
New is better.
Girl or diamond.
So I think what you're trying to say as a brand is that buy it as a luxury product.
Yeah.
Don't
buy
buy
for
it
the
as
beauty
a-
of it.
as
Buy it for
a-
the beauty.
हाँ.
It's not putting you down. And the best part is, and
Flaunt.
it is flaunt. मतलब, see, ultimately, if you're buying, you have to have your flowchart of questions in your head. कि I'm buying it for the beauty. It's adorning what I'm wearing, like the
Right.
beautiful brooch you're wearing in diamonds. I can't make that product in lab grown and be cheaper. You know the math.
Absolutely. I know,
Right?
man.
But the
Right.
creations in pink diamonds or blue ones and having
Right.
custom shapes, you can do anything.
Anything.
And the cost would be equivalent to this. Now, if you go behind arguing, नहीं ये मेरा वाला material असली है नकली है, how does it matter? आपके घर में मार्बल लगा है. आजकल engineered marbles इतने beautiful आ रहे हैं, paneling के materials इतने beautiful आ रहे हैं. It just enhances the beauty of your house.
Right.
So similarly, you can have more bigger and better jewelry.
Yeah, instead of looking at it as a store of value, you can just look at it as something that you wear and enjoy, like you would buy an LV bag. Nobody's really asking for a resale value of an LV bag, right?
मुझे शॉपिंग का शौक है अभी मैं डायमंड सॉलिड
कोई
की
नहीं
जगह
बोलता
I would
LV को कि मैं
go for
वापस
shoes,
लाऊंगा
I'd
तो
go
कितने
for
पैसे
shoes.
मिलेंगे?
Yeah, man. But see, still bags को resale है. Bags are sold well.
But
So,
the jewelry में भी
but
है,
I
ना,
would
the gold
say better
is
is
still there.
yeah, gold is still there. And see, resale का जो argument है वैसे बिना, I always say this, that diamond is वो partly wrong information दिए customers को. It's not investment.
It's not.
But it retains for generations because you can modify, use the material, make
Right.
it into, convert it into something else, and making
Yeah.
charge लग जाएगा.
It could also be a
So that's why it's an
depreciating asset.
investment.
हाँ.
You can't do that with a bag.
You can't do that with the bag.
So in those terms,
You
it's
can.
an investment. Yeah, maybe.
Right. So, like, you have so much competition with lab-grown diamonds, natural diamonds, a lot of other things, right? A lot of competition around you. So, how do you differentiate? What is your product USP?
I think
Size
is the see product. I'll be very honest with you. It's the differentiator is the team, the overall offering of the brand in terms of जो customization service to experience the store experience, the knowledge our team has, and I'll tell you with an example. The comfort that our customers get while customization and all, understanding their need is they come for an occasion, right? And for certain occasions, the jewelry has to be natural diamond.
Yeah.
So we are not against that. That's the comfort they get. Okay, you want something customized in moissanite for one day, they don't mind paying those big stones
Right.
because it goes with the outfit.
Right.
आज 5-5 लाख के 10 लाख के लहंगे आ रहे हैं. They don't care spending a customized moissanite silver necklace for 5 lakhs, 6 lakhs.
Yeah.
And because there is a buyback policy with that also, they can exchange it later with
Right.
other jewelry. So it's a jewelry wardrobe. So
Easier
that's
to
the
travel
brand
with
offering.
also, I think.
This is the differentiator. And the way to reach out to more people, we take pride in the ability to reach out digitally. And like, so now a new store is coming up in Prayagraj.
Okay.
You know, that's the most talked city right now
Right.
in India.
Absolutely.
Because Mahakumbh हो रहा है, 50 करोड़ लोग के ऊपर लोग आ रहे
आएंगे.
हैं. It's going to be crazy. So after 2 days is the opening.
Okay.
They are doing major Insta to everything, even small towns. सब लोग अपने phone पे.
I can understand. Right. So, who is actually your TG? Like, are your consumers more younger generation? Is it Gen Z? Is it the millennials?
Gen Z is not our consumers. Our ticket sizes are higher. Gen Z's के preference in jewelry आपको पता ही है.
हाँ.
It's more of
Sub 50,000
you know,
category.
and travel and shoes and watches, or maybe not watches, but the experience is what they spend on, and concerts.
Yeah, concerts. Tell me about it. I have a son. So
Yeah,
I know.
so I know, right? So concerts is the thing. So that's where their preference is. और मैंने जनरली देखा है और हमने एक्सपीरियंस भी किया 35 प्लस के बाद ही ज्वेलरी का शौक आता है. बट एंगेजमेंट रिंग्स पर्टिकुलरली मैनेजेबल एज भी 28 to 32 के ऊपर हो गई है, स्पेशली अर्बन किड्स या मोस्टली इन टियर 1 सिटीज. तो एज ग्रुप तो वही है, बट गिफ्टिंग गोज 50 प्लस एंड देन देयर इज अ सेल्फ परचेसिंग कैटेगरी.
So do you also do bridal jewelry?
That's our main forte.
Right.
So engagement rings is our main customers. Like 7 out of 10 customers walking in our engagement rings.
Because of the larger stones, obviously, where you
Yes.
can buy
And
a
then the
50
belief
cent
of
natural, you can buy a
sustainability.
3 carat
Absolutely.
lab grown.
So other brands like Carrot Lane, Bluestone, they are all into the segment of daily wear jewelry.
Right.
You know, which is a 30% of the market.
Right.
There, the segment, the design and the TG it appeals to is that. The TG our jewelry appeals to is ultra HNIs. People जिसको jewelry का solid का शौक है.
Who want to probably aspire to wear 3 carat, 4 carat की
Correct.
string pen ली.
So you know, differentiator ऐसे ही बनते जा रहे हैं हम लोग lab grown में. You'll see so many other brands which are into the daily wear range. You know, they're able to cater to that into 10,000, 15,000, 25,000 segment. Our average selling ticket size in the stores is 1.5 lakhs. Website पे हमारी average 50,000 की jewelry बिक रही है.
That's big.
Which is a very big number, people say, and I discovered that later because
It
I
is a big
learned
number.
that people do 15, 20,000
Sub
biggest
50,000.
brands. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
So
got the
5050 is the average order value online.
Right. That's very good actually.
Yeah, so we are quite happy with that, and 80% of the entire revenue is driven with our online lead acquisition only.
That's
It's
awesome.
like a mini Bajaj Finance Center we run. हीरे चाहिए?
हीरा चाहिए कितने का है?
No, we don't do the callings, but of course it's engaging.
Right.
एक साथ, but it's a task to talk to 300 women every day.
Yeah. You get 300 calls every day.
No, those are daily follow-ups. So 300 women, 9,000 touch bases every month we do.
Oh wow, that's awesome. That's amazing.
Yeah. Leads are new leads, 100 to 152 somewhere around that.
And I think you are also one of the brands that uses a lot of social media for your
Absolutely,
marketing.
that's the only
I think
way
not a
you
lot
can.
of retail brands do that.
But that's the only way now. There is no other way. We didn't do it since the very start because now everybody is on Insta. I don't remember like hoardings के साथ तो मेरा
You wake up in the morning and first thing
is your Insta, right? आपका Insta spend देख लो, WhatsApp की habits देख लो, and above 50 लोग everybody
मुझे अपना ही
Facebook,
Right.
Meta is
Meta is something that I think
yes, Meta is amazing. So and ultimately content strategy works because सबको entertainment चाहिए.
So if you could share a memorable moment, say from a customer's reaction that has, you know, reinforced your belief in, okay, मैंने ये सही किया. Opening the brand was the right thing to do.
So there have been many incidences, and the best one I'll love to narrate. You know, very typically, actually 3 तो बहुत ही prominent है जब लोगों को किसी ने डायमंड बुल के बेचे हुए थे moissanite long back, and I was sitting in the Delhi store and they came in the entire family and was like, you need to check this moissanite. तो अब सबको पता ही है, पहचान में आ ही जाता है. So and they were like, we had our rishta of our daughter and the guys gave us we bought this for 80 lakhs.
My
It
God.
was worth 15 lakhs, all the jewelry, and हमने इतना उनको दे दिया, उससे भी ज़्यादा, और उनको कुछ 80 लाख कैश वैश दे दिया
Ouch.
for confirming everything because they gave us this,
They,
showing that it is 80.
naturally.
Yeah.
Oh.
So because of that, they reciprocated with more, and it was a proper crime patrol kind of thing. And they were like, our daughter is in now and talking to the guy and all of that. So you advise, what do we do? I said, dude, what do I tell you?
Relationship advice नहीं दे रहा हूँ मैं. I just want to say.
This is this. So मुझसे कुछ चाहिए तो बताओ. So this has happened. Someone had come looking for lab-grown diamonds, and I found out she's wearing a moissanite of 5 carat, which she paid 16 lakhs 15 years back.
People do that.
Yeah, Karol Bagh.
Like with all the experiences and everything, what has been your most rewarding part of your journey in creating your brand?
I'm telling you, the customer satisfaction, the customer reviews that they give us,
Right.
and they're like, "Oh, thank you for saving her money.
Right.
I could get a Chanel too."
Yeah, absolutely. So that's
I've
why-
actually got a message
Yeah.
like that. Because that's the line we use while they were looking for the engagement ring and not so
Right.
sure about it that time. And then I gave this idea, why don't you can get that back too?
Yeah. So your tagline should be that, right? Get that Chanel too.
That should,
Get that Kelly too.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, so mainly when people come to you, because I think the differentiator, the larger value proposition is in the larger stones in
Absolutely.
lab grown, right?
Absolutely.
Like if you compare apples to apples in a chotu ring with smaller diamonds, the price difference is not much.
Gold making the component.
It's everything is the same. So if something
It
would
is
cost
itself.
me say 15,000 in say lab grown, would cost me maybe 18,000 in natural, right?
Yeah,
of the
depends on the
smaller
gold
diamonds.
component
But
वगैरह
when
सब
it
कितना
comes to
है?
a solitaire, I think something that would cost me 10 lakhs would cost me how much in a lab grown?
Depends on what size. Like,
Say I'm wearing a 2 carat solitaire
yeah,
in a natural, say at 10 lakhs. How much would I pay for a 2 carat
80,000.
lab grown?
1,80,000.
So which is like a huge difference, right? It's like 10% of the
But
price.
the funny part is, right, on conversation, on talking about the value of lab grown,
Right.
we will all talk about how cheap it is.
Right.
But you know what actually goes down in the store when the bride is out for shopping and she's given a budget of 2 lakhs for the engagement ring. She doesn't see कि मेरा 50,000 में काम हो गया. वो 2 लाख पूरा खर्च
खर्च
करके
करेगी.
4 कैरेट ले.
Correct. I know what you're saying.
So that's the value prop again. So
But then
consumer spending is still there,
spending, they still want to spend the 2 lakhs.
but they get more items.
They get more.
Yeah.
We were saying they get more for it's more
Yeah.
value for money.
Yeah.
Right? Like if I'm a bride and I come to your store and I want to buy, and if I do you guys also kind of work around budgets of people?
Absolutely. So customization is major key where every store has a designer. So they understand what is needed and sketch things, and within the budget is given to them.
Okay. And the big question, do you offer buyback?
Of course.
So what
So
is
that was
like?
the basis. So we started with the buyback thing because we were the first one. So biggest problem at that time was this, that okay, फिर आपके पास ही हमें return आना पड़ेगा.
Right.
Now
Obviously.
this question, obviously.
Go to like Titan and say मैं
तो
Fiona
आपको
का
उतनी
jewelry
बार
लूंगा."
उतनी पेशेंस से बताया जी मैडम.
Yeah, but it's a lot of patience, right?
Yeah.
Because every day you have to reinforce the same thing. That
Same
ये
thing.
नकली नहीं है, ये fake नहीं है, ये American
It's
diamond
like a
नहीं
broken
है.
radio.
Right? It's an everyday thing. But do you think now more people come to you directly knowing what lab grown is?
Exactly. And see, this is the pull marketing ultimately works. Otherwise, आप कितना धक्का लगाओगे, कितना push करोगे, reach कैसे बढ़ाओगे? It costs money for reach, right?
Absolutely.
So Modi ji did the trick, of course.
Right.
And right after that, the searches for lab grown.
Nirmala Sitharaman also did the trick.
Yeah, even she did. So the searches, if you look at Google Trends, the searches went from 7,000 to 16,000 a month to now 36,000 a month.
Right.
And in the US, of course, it's 1.5 lakhs a month over that. And that's why US is the largest market.
Right. So do you also have stores in the US?
No, we are selling from the website, not focused in the US market. India ही इतना पहले एक जगह के champion बन जाए.
Right,
So
right.
उसके
So
बाद
how many stores do you have currently?
opening the 6th one day after.
Oh, amazing. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Okay, now with that, I think we should now quickly, I'm going to jump into the rapid fire. segment.
Sure.
Okay.
क्या सोचना नहीं
So
है?
it's called quick bling buzz. सोचो, ज़्यादा मत सोचो. Okay. Natural diamonds or lab grown? What is your personal preference?
Of course, lab grown diamonds.
Of course, lab grown diamonds. Don't say it because you
No,
want the brand.
I was yeah, okay.
Okay, what is the one thing lab grown diamonds can do that natural diamonds can't?
Natural diamonds can burn a hole in your pocket. Lab grown diamonds don't.
Ouch. That is controversial. Okay, what is the favorite piece of jewelry you've ever designed or sold at Fiona Diamonds?
A pink diamond ring with trapeziums on the side,
Wow. Okay.
and the diamond was changing color with the light you throw on it.
Don't forget to send me a picture of that. Okay. If you weren't in the diamond business, what industry would you be in?
I would be a techie for sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. What shinier, diamonds or entrepreneurial success?
Entrepreneurial success. It shines at night too, bro.
One word to describe Fiona Diamonds in the next 5 years.
Proficon.
Oh, interesting. What's harder, convincing a skeptic about lab-grown diamonds or meeting a high-end wedding season demand?
Of course, convincing someone for
Lab-grown
yeah,
diamonds.
convincing to yaar fufa ji nahi hote. But wedding season.
If Fiona Diamonds were a movie, what genre would it be? Romantic, drama or action?
सब कुछ बॉलीवुड है ना, कस्टमर की कभी रिंग डिले हो रही है, कभी कोई ड्रामा हो रहा है, नहीं हम आंटी हम दे देंगे, तो ड्रामा कॉमेडी सब करनी पड़ती है, आपको मेड चाहिए हम वो भी भेज देंगे, भाभी जी
But
बोलिए
this is
ना.
Fiona, so it has to be animated. Like, it has to be Shrek. Okay. What is your favorite diamond shape? Round princess or a quirky custom one?
Heart shape लोने का, I'm made of love, the stone hearted, remember?
Okay. One celebrity you would love to see wearing Fiona Diamonds.
All of them.
One bola hai yaar.
Okay, Alia Bhatt.
If you could name a new diamond cut, what would you call it?
Fiona cut.
What's the most unconventional piece of jewelry that you've created using lab-grown diamonds?
So there was one with pink diamonds again, and those are rhombus shaped, very beautiful, like kites on full halo of kites, and very very pretty. It's all the diamonds custom shaped and the particular color matching and everything.
Okay.
It was outstanding.
One word that describes the lab-grown diamond industry in India today.
Growing.
Good. If diamonds are forever, what's the perfect tagline for lab-grown diamonds?
They're still looking for it, but if I have to give you one, the ones we're using now is discover lab-grown diamonds and shine responsibly.
Shine responsibly sounds interesting. What's the biggest misconception about lab-grown diamonds that you'd like to debunk here on Behind the Bling?
Most people who are not open to it don't even explore that it has buyback value and a better proposition, and reject it at the idea of it without looking at the products. So I would say break the myth, try it on, experience it, and then say the difference.
Yeah. Okay. So the most memorable moment in the Fiona Diamonds journey that you'll never ever 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 forget.
Most memorable.
ये rapid fire है.
I-
Okay, no, think about it.
Okay. No, because I'm thinking of so many good memories, and I think all the store openings were. Because why I'm hesitating is those memories turned so bad after the stores, the ones they didn't do well. But I think Delhi store was one we did so well. It was one of the happiest moments, and it is still doing so well.
Okay, now since you've done so fabulously well on the rapid fire, I'm going to give you this hamper.
Oh my God! Thank you. ऐसे photo camera वाला का है?
This is for you.
This is for content, na?
This is for content. Okay, so before we end, what would be your one piece of advice to budding entrepreneurs, to retailers, or anybody who wants to start their own journey in lab-grown diamonds?
Well, so my one piece of advice to anyone in general is always find out what you are good at. Rather than looking at what is good, you have to do the right SWOT analysis. Like, what am I good at? What good connections I have, and what can I make good of it? Maybe there is an opportunity in manufacturing of lab-grown diamonds for you. Maybe there is an opportunity for growing lab-growns, or maybe selling or branding, marketing. So when I got into it so many years back, my first opportunity was growing, but I found it too risky because you put in so much of money, and what if you don't get anything to grow? So it all depends on what your skill is, what you are good at.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you
Lovely.
very, very much for being on this podcast.
Thank you.
And I think it was a great pleasure having you and having all the insights on lab-grown diamonds and a good insight into Fiona. And I didn't know your brand story. So now I'm going to watch Shrek with the new eyes. Anything you want to add? Anything? How was your experience on the show?
It was amazing, and with you, it's always candid conversations. हम तो ऐसे 5 मिनट भी मिल लेते, तो it's always like that. So you had to start a podcast. So congratulations on this journey, and wish Behind the Bling a lot of luck.
Thank you. Thanks, buddy. Thank you so much.